Have you seen how quickly they finished the dog park in Granville Park, yet they can't do a slide? You don't even want to start with me. Every time we had a play date with like parents we'd never had a play date with before this weekend, I've got like a greatest hits selection, man. I hit him with the slide. I hit him with every story I've ever told, but they were really feeling the slide one. They were really feeling the slide story. They were like, this is ridiculous. And I was like, I know. Well, it's just crazy, man. Is the slide not fixed yet? No, it's not going to be fixed for 5 to 15 years. When I called them and said, can we just give you money for a slide? They said that wouldn't be fair to all the parks that don't even have broken slides that could slice your fucking leg up when you go down it. You should be grateful. Not every park in Vancouver even has a slide that can kill you. Okay, I'm paraphrasing. They didn't use that exact terminology. And then I said, well, like, when is it going to be fixed? And they said, like, we have capital allocations that are on plans which are on 5 to 15 year rails. And I said, cool. Then after I hung up the phone, I said, so when my daughter's like 20, the slide will be fixed. Awesome. Fantastic. We don't know. We forgot how to build slides. I would think that you could be like, we'll knock it out this weekend. We'll knock it out this week. Hey, that seems like an easy one to fix. People are always coming to us with hard problems like, can you fix the housing crisis? You just want a slide? Let's get that knocked off the to-do list this weekend and get some free dopamine. No, we can't. We couldn't possibly, because there's and I got to talk to this person and there's no process for this and it violates the philosophy. And yes, I know common sense dictates, but the common sense bureaucracy has never met something in common sense that it couldn't just policy out. And it abhors an edge case, man. I work for local government. We have better shit to do. Sorry, if you work for the Parks Board, you don't have better shit to do than fixing the park. That's literally your job. The park has a slide with a serrated hard plastic edge on it. So if a kid goes down the slide, it could slice their fucking, I don't know what artery it is down there, like your femoral artery. And also, listen, as a titan of private industry, I won't deign to tell you how you should work in public service. That's not for me to say, okay? That being said, this is one of those things that I would think you write on the to-do list just so you can cross it off. I'm sorry, I don't want to hear it anymore. I don't want to hear why we can't have the shit that our grandparents had. When everything had to travel via horse and buggy, and they still had door-to-door mail service, and they were building big bridges, and they were building slides, and they were doing mega projects and stuff like that. I get that there's different constraints now, but we have like nuclear power. So if you can't figure out how to build a slide, maybe they should be building that city in the Middle East that's just one long line. I'm sure they could get a slide built there because they've got less latitude to worry about. It's all longitude. They've simplified the situation. They got to stop drug testing the contractors, I guess is what I'm trying to say, okay? They got to stop drug testing the contractors. Or drug test them, and if they're not on coke, tell them to go home. It's a slide, man. Any workshop would fix it for $100, but the city would sue them back to the Stone Age. Dude, I hate to be one of these guys. I thought I would never be one of these guys. But you know what really sent me is when Kate said she has someone in her chat who worked for the city, and they said, if you really want to get it done, do it under the cover of darkness, and then the city legally has to say that they're going to take it down because it wasn't built to their standards, and then you get the whole neighborhood to show up at City Hall and go, we need this slide. The slide beautifies and improves the neighborhood. So you gotta use the system against them. The system that they made, you gotta use it against them. And become like some kind of fucking bureaucratic Batman. That's like, well, you didn't consult Hallmark page number 17.3b. Statute 6 says if the city's going to remove a public service, then they need to consult the citizens first. But ain't nobody got time for that except for old people. And the old people don't give a fuck about the slide. All they want is to make sure that the street parking sticks around because their garages are so fucking full of Amazon boxes that they're going to get to. It's just retirement is really busy. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. There's a lot of shit around the house that I've had to do. I haven't had time to get rid of those Amazon boxes yet, so I can't park my fucking Range Rover in my garage. Motherfucker! Just fix the slide, man! Look at the domino effect that's being caused because of this. Steve reservation when Chris Walken walks in. Pro tip, by the way. I used Open Table to make a reservation for Thanksgiving. There were 5 people for the reservation. So I said table for 5, and they say, oh, if you need more than a table for 4, you have to call us. And I said, cool, table for 4. And then when we walked in, I said, hey, I have a reservation for 6 for Ryan. And they were like, 4 people, right? And I was like, yeah, but we actually have 5. Is that okay? And she went, no problem. I'm not going to be part of your system. I took it and threw it on the ground, okay? What if it is a problem? It's literally, that's what they get paid the big bucks for, to figure out where if they can source another chair from somewhere that my 5-year-old can sit on. She ain't that big.